Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Mr. Extra from Team Extra, and this is the first round to the locals. So we're just playtesting some Sky Striker, Brave, DPE, Brave, Sky Striker, DP, however you want to call it. First round we're going against my buddy. He is a Gravekeeper player. So we're going to shuffle it up. We're just going to keep on going. Just shuffle, 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 shuffle. Get prepared and everything and whatnot. And yeah. So we're gonna get ready to get started. This ended up being a rather long round. I actually had to redo the audio for this video. My mic was being ridiculous. We'll just say that. So here we go, buddy. So dice roll. Of course, losing dice roll. If you ever know me, I hardly roll high, and when I do, it's rare. It's like usually when I don't want to go first. But I mean, who doesn't want to go first? So he's going to start off, if I remember correctly, he just puts out a descendant and passes, actually. So there's the descendant right there. He's going to pass. I'm going to go engage because engage is engage, you know. If you play Sky Striker at all, you already know engage is engage. I mean, easiest way to say that is it is engage time, boys. We're going to go into the Ray. We're going to just try to pop off with the Ray early in. I got to explain all the stuff to him. He's new to it. Kagori is going to go grab engage, and we're going to go engage again because why not? Why wouldn't you, you know? Engage all day, every day, 7 days a week because Sky Strikers can be OP if you know how to play them, and I am still learning them, but hey, fuck it, we're going to regionals with this deck, baby. So we go area space. Area space, I explain it to him. I target the Kagori. I go to excavate 3. I hit a shark cannon. So I was like, alright, bet. Shark cannon. Kagori goes to grave. Ray's going to come back because of Ray's effect. We're going to set. We're going to go ahead and go into the token package. Token package is going to pop off. I'm explaining this to him because he's pretty new to the token package stuff himself. And we're just going to go ahead and do the usual setup. We're going to go Fateful. I explain what Fateful does. I search to Griffin because Griffin is OP. Griffin, Dark Ruler to discard. Griffin to field. Griffin's going to go let me get the it's going to go let me get the Draco back. And then I believe, what is it? I explained Faithful to him. He's a little confused. I just let him know. He goes to drop the nib. I negate it with the Griffin because Griffin saves my ass once again. You always want to get that Griffin out early so you can stop that Nibiru. I bounce his Descendant back to hand. I put some damage on the board with the token. And Ray's effect. He gammas the Ray like the fucking boss he is. Fantastic hit because I was just going to do my initial where I just go in the Ray, bounce it off the field, go into a Shizu, swing again, go to end phase, try to put damage on the board. He is going to go Panky Spank, earned Panker Tops on his turn. He's going to put it out. He's going to Kaiju my token, which is very smart because the token would take 2 hits to get killed anyways because of the current setup on the board. So he just swings it down. He is going to end up popping my Fateful Venture. And then after he understand what Fateful Venture does, I know he's going to end up popping it, and then he's going to go to pass here in a minute. He pops it, goes to pass. I was like, all right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to Shark Cannon. We're going to take your Dino Boy. We're going to take Mr. Panky Spank himself. OG Dino Wrestler. Used to be a staple, not so much now. I'm going to use Dino Wrestler's effect to clear his card on the field. At that point, I'm just going to set to back row, use area 0, and we hit a Ray. Of course we did. And then we are going to proceed to go into combo, I believe. Because I think from here I go Ray, and then I put Ray down. I just swing off Ray, and then I use her effect, bounce her out to Kagori. And you already guessed it. We go engage time and take it to her hand. Swing Kagori, main 2, engage. I actually should have drawn a card there because I had 3 spells in grave. I actually believe I did draw a card there. I don't exactly remember. Let's see. No, I didn't. So look, I caught my own mess up there. So I go to Rhoda to go grab another Ray just to make sure I have a little bit of a follow-up. Because Rhoda is indeed a card. We go to Shizu. I explain Shizu's effect and phase. I go to search. We are going to search multi-roll because next turn we are going to multi-roll the area 0. So I just review my grave. And then we go to game 2. He didn't have anything for me, and I had back row for him in case he did anything because I had nothing in the main monster zone. A lot of people are telling me with the Brave Sky Striker DP, they're like, how are you gonna run that because you're gonna have stuff in the main zone? You'd be surprised how easy it is to clear the main zone, and like people will prioritize killing the tokens. Like if you have like the token on the field and say like a Sky Striker and the extra zone, and then you got like the faithful set up and everything, they will prioritize getting rid of the token first most of the time over the Sky Striker, which as soon as that token leaves the field, for example, if I don't DP it off the field myself, then all my back row becomes live and ready for action. Unless, of course, you're running a Shark Cannon and then you're against like Flounder, which you're gonna see later in the video that happens. And yeah, you know me, I hate Flounder. I hate heroes, and it's not even the fact that they're bad decks. Just I usually run into extremely good players who play both of those. So, and yeah, so we're gonna go to game 2. Game 2, I brick really hard. You're gonna see it right here. My hand is shit. I should have scooped. I mean, I had a good opener, and this man just stops it right out the gate, which is really good. Because I go ahead and go Fusion Destiny. I'm gonna go try to do the DP, just try to set up because I was gonna DP, clear his board. He's gonna go Unending Nightmare, even though it's lights reflecting off his shiny ass sleeves. He's going to pay 1,000. I'm gonna Ghost Ogre it, try to get out the field, and then he is going to respawn with a Gamma from hand after I explain Ghost Ogre to him. So he's gonna go Gamma. I tell him to go ahead and go get the driver because I mean driver has to come out if you're gonna use Gamma's effect. And then he's gonna shuffle, get that driver out, and then like that whole Unending Nightmare, that stopped me the entire duel. We'll say that now. I'm gonna just say that right now. He stopped me the whole duel with that trap card because I couldn't find another Ghost Ogre in time, and I usually run Ghost Ogres typically. So he's gonna set. He put one face down. I draw shit. So it's gonna go back to him. Gonna end up flipping over. I believe it's Headsman, and then he's gonna give me that slow poke. There's the Huntsman, Headsman, whichever one it is. I'm gonna take the 5. This was probably my longest duel in entire the entire locals for today. I put down multi-roll. I explain what it does, but I don't end up using it. I'm trying to use it as bait because I want to try to bleed him out of his life points as much as possible while I can. Try to get him real low and then just do a cheap swing in with Hayate. And that was the original plan here because I wasn't seeing anything else. He's going to go Throne Room. He's going to go Throne Room to search. I believe he's going to grab Necro Valley at this point. That or he grabs Commandant to get to Necro Valley anyways. And then he's going to shuffle. Man's going to shuffle real quick. We're going to go Commandant. The Commandant into, what is it? Commandant pitched it for Necro Valley. The one time that I would have needed a Joyce because Necro Valley is pretty annoying. Granted, it doesn't affect Sky Strikers much besides like Ray. And I mean, I guess multi-roll, but I mean, I just end up getting rid of it initially, but not this duel. He keeps me locked more or less the rest of the game because I can't draw anything to deal with Unending Nightmare, which funny part about that is I told him that he should use that card in the deck. Like he had it sideboarded or whatever a couple weeks ago. I was like, use this. This will win you duels. And this is an example right here. Glad he actually got me on a round. Actually, it was actually fantastic. Dude's a good player. He's learning. He's gonna hit me for the headsman. I'm just gonna pass because I really don't have nothing for it. I'm gonna imperm that because I tried to use imperm column. He's gonna solemn judgment because I was trying to hit that column to negate Unending Nightmare long enough to be able to play. I'm going to imperm it again. He is going to end up paying the 1,000 because I'm trying to. If you see, I'm trying to bleed him low at this point. I'm just trying to get him to 500 at this point because then he just can't use Unending Nightmare. Dark Ruler as bait. He's already realized I've used 2 imperms. I've targeted his guy twice trying to negate it. Like, Dark Ruler's just not going to do anything because he's already negated it anyways, and his effects are relevant. It's just all, at the end of the day, I was just trying to bait the man. Just really trying to bait the man. So, we're going to keep on going. Keep on rolling. He's going to hit all the monsters on my hand with Royal Tomb, I believe is what it's called. He flipped over the trap card, which is basically a trap version of Necro Valley, but he's also got Necro Valley. He's going to proceed to slowly poke me and then eventually force me. We had less than, I think we had like 6, 7 minutes left after the end of this round for the set, which would be a 1-1, and then it's going to end up forcing into the decider because I didn't feel like getting drug out anymore, and I knew that I could probably get him on that final round real quick and put damage on the board. So I put an regular face down, I flip it up, I crash into it because at this point I'm trying to just kill myself to go into the next round. I go ahead and try to use Hornet drones. He lets me resolve his Hornet drones. We're live. He is going to hit it with Unending Nightmare because the Hornet drone would have stats and I could have just crashed it over his headsman too. And then at this point, we pretty much end up deciding to go into the next round. Because I drew, I looked, I was like, here you go, you got it. I'm gonna go to the final round. All right. We got real pressed for time. Honestly, if anyone has done like locals and regionals and everything, I know you hate the time roll. I've never won games over time. I mean, I did this one because I got them down to I get them down to pretty much 1,000 on my opener. I set an opener. You'll see here in a minute where I set an opener board, and then I get them down real low, and then I just go, all right, well, let's see where it goes. Shuffle, shuffle. We're gonna get some more shuffles in. Just gonna keep shuffling it real good. Big old fat shuffle, shuffle. Some more shuffles. Some talky talk. More talky talk. All right, we're going to go into it. I'm going to actually go first this time for the first time in the whole duel. We're going to go engage time, baby, because you already know it's Sky Striker. You better joy us this shit. Get a Ray. We're going to go Ray. I explained Ray's effect again because he thinks I was using his Ray's effect to tribute yourself to link off, and now I was just linking off the Kagori. He's going to Gamma the Kagori like a man, and then Ray comes right back to the field, so, I mean, I don't get to go engage time. He figured out that engage is really bad if I keep grabbing it. We're going to go token package, have Shizu on the field just to try to resolve that in-phase effect. We're going to go Fateful Adventure. We're going to get the usual walk-up. We're going to go get Griffin Rider, and we're going to go get the Draco back. Offer him to cut. There it is. We're going to go in phase, Shizuku's effect to search, add to hand. He's going to go Commandant to Necker Valley. Joyous says, like, no, we're not doing that, sorry. He's going to put Commandant out. He's going to Harpy, Fateful Venture. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Everything is stronger than Commandant because I got no spells in Graveyard, so he's at like 1,200 because of Shizu. And then we're going to roll out the Draco back. Draco back's going to pop off. I'm just going to bounce this stuff. I'm going to go Kagori, going to go Engage, put Engage in hand, put out Temple, just put a bunch of damage on the board real fast because we're at like a minute, 2 minutes, I think a minute left. So I just put a bunch of damage on the board real quick, and then we just I shuffle back, I set one down, I go ahead and pass it to him.
So we go ahead. That is game right.
He thinks about it real quick.
He's gonna get ready.
He ends up
He goes
searching Necker Valley. I was like, oh, that's fine.
Which is fine. He just puts one back row down.
And then he uses Royal Tomb.
Hand.
He hits the Ghost Ogre, and then there you go. We end up going for
did really good.
We go to my turn.
Surprisingly effective in this mana. They play.
I set one. I go ahead and it calls time, and I initially went to try to swing it in, but we ran out of time. This is the only video I believe where it actually ran to time. So it's like a 35-minute tournament. All right, guys. Here's round 2 of the locals run. I'm actually going against Pittman this time. He is running Prank Adventure DPE, and I'm running the same thing. I'm going to be running the whole night, as you can see. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to jump right into it. This man probably gave me the worst beating the entire night. So we're going to go ahead and get going. Do the dice roll. If I'm not mistaken, I think I actually get to go first on this one. No, he goes first. He goes Fateful. Gets the Griffin. Pitches water to right, token, Griffin. He's going to end up getting Draco back as well. Getting the Draco back ready. Fusion Destiny. Man, top decked the shit out of Fusion Destiny. Probably had an opener. I don't know. This was a really good match. I stood 0 chance. I learned some stuff. He goes out, throws out his DP. I go to my go. I imperm DP. He thinks. He lets it go. I imperm the Griffin Rider because for some reason I have two. I go my right. So I start setting up my little token board myself over here. So we're gonna go ahead and grid our token and go get the Draco back. Well, actually, no, I don't even go get the Draco back. I go Rhoda. And as you can see, I have a Dasher and a Dark Roll in my hand. I had a really bad brick, and I was trying to pull it out. I go Temple. I'm gonna put out the Temple. If I had Link Spider here, I could have went the DP, but I don't own Link Spider right now. I mean, I picked one up after the tournament was out, but yeah. Draco back to bounce DP back up. I could have went to my own DP here, but again, no Link Spider. He ended up asking me afterwards. He said, "Why didn't you commit to DP?" He's like, "Don't have Link Spider, sorry." Like, and he's like, "Oh, that makes sense." Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, so he's gonna go ahead and use Celestial's effect, draw two. He is going to use Illusion of Chaos, do the little Magician's Soul package to generate card advantage, which I can't afford that package. It's too pricey for me right now, anyways. He's gonna put it out. He's gonna Draco back. He's gonna bounce my token to get my Draco back off the field. So I'm down to a Water and my Faithful Venture. He also got to search out his other right with the other Water. He's gonna put out Prank Kid's Place. He's gonna go ahead and pop out the Prank Kids combo, which I know what this does. I played Brave Prank for a while, well, for a little while. He's gonna go ahead and slowly do the climb up. He's gonna go to Doodle. He's gonna use Doodle effect. He's gonna use Roxy's effect. He's gonna search place. He is going to do the initial prank follow-up. He's going to put out Prank It's Pranks out the back. He's going to set up a board, and then he is just going to basically swing me down really, really quickly, which is, basically what I was expecting. He goes into access code, and I was like, yeah, you got it. Here's my Dasher. I break real hard. You whipped out access code, and that as soon as I seen that, I already knew I was getting crushed because I run access code myself, but I don't get to throw it out as consistently because typically I don't need to go that far because most of the time I DP. So I go ahead and side to side. If I remember correctly, I side in two Nibiru and then something else. I sided in something else too. It was like two Nibiru and maybe a Harpies and maybe a Raigeki. And that was just to see. And I'm going to end up going first on this one. Shuffle, shuffle, little power shuffling. I like his mat though. His mat looks way better than mine. I would love a Print Kids mat. Kind of looks like reminds me of the Kali effect mat. So we're gonna shuffle. We're gonna keep it rolling, keep it going, nice and clean. I think I end up bricking again. We're gonna go right. He's gonna go spell. I was like, damn, all right. We're gonna go into Ray into Shizu. Set. He's going to effect Veiler Shizu. Like, damn, all right. He's gonna banish my back row to Cosmic. Had a right for everything. He's got right. He goes token. He's gonna go faithful. He's gonna quickly clap me up. He's gonna drop out Fusion Destiny. It's gonna be real fast. It's like this was like the worst beating I got today. I Ghost Ogre, the Faithful. I was like, okay, you're not getting that, but he pops Ray. He swings down the Ray. I gotta use Ray effect. Well, actually, I don't even use Ray effect. Puts damage on the board. I have Impermanent Veiler, so at this point, I'm pretty much dead. I already know I'm dead here. So I have Veiler, swing. He pops it off. He has his Veiler. And then, if I'm not mistaken, at this point, I pretty much know it's over. He has his DP back. He proceeds to do follow up. He's gonna go extend out with Rod or Soul. He's gonna go out. He's gonna go into Dark Charmer. He's gonna swing for game. All right, guys, this is round three of the locals. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and draw. He's playing at base. We're going to go engage time. He's playing a weird base variant with a nice little spin. Now this dude actually ends up winning against me and then just decides to leave because he's really tired. So he just gives me the dub, which I really appreciate it. No one ever does that. So Ray Ray, we're gonna go engage Ray, Area 0, Shizu, Inface, and Perm Shizu because, that's what you do. So he's gonna go teleport. This man was running a variant with Punk. I'm gonna failure the Zul'Mon. He's gonna think. He's gonna think. The student ends up setting up a really fat board where I'm just like, whoa. And he maps this really good where I assume that I'm gonna survive, and he just presses me in real quick. But we're gonna show everything. We show all the content up on this channel. So faithful pitch to right, getting right of Esmir. He's gonna go ahead and set up the token. He's gonna go ahead and set up the little combo. Gonna go get Draco back. Draco back token. Bounce my card back in hand. I don't even remember what it was. I think it might have been like maybe called by. He's gonna go Rose Dragon, Fibrax. He's gonna set up the Fibrax combo now, I believe. He's gonna go Rose Dragon again with Fibrax's effect. He is going to go into a Xinyang monster. I don't know which one that is. I'm trying to remember. He pops himself and then pops a card in the field, and then he lets you special summon one from the deck. Weird, nice little spin off. Gonna bring back Rose Dragon again. Rose Dragon effect. He's gonna take Basil Shoot. He's gonna just keep popping off because I'm over here just trying to figure out what is going on. Because I've dealt with base decks before, but not like a variant like this one where it's like the Rose Dragon and the extra stuff. So he gets rid of Shizu. Ray comes out. He's gonna get the Seahorse, like Mermana. I forget the name. I didn't realize how broken that is, so we're gonna go Kagori. Kagori to grab Engage back to hand just to secure the Engage for my turn because I assume that there's gonna be another turn. He's gonna start doing level manipulation with the Seahorse. Like a Mermana. He's gonna start making little tokens with it. I didn't realize how busted that thing was until today. Or well, at the time of this video. Because it could do its effect 3 times. He's gonna go into Oracle Light. Not Oracle, but Herald Arclight. Gonna make more tokens. I'm over here just like, what is going on? I haven't gone against this variant because usually with base, or like my experience with base, it's a 60 card pile. You're going Basil Shoot out another Rose. It's usually a 60 card pile, and then if you stop 2 of the 3 engines on the turn 1, you can win. And I stopped the 1, I couldn't stop the rest. He's gonna go to Riser. Riser's effect. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. I'm gonna keep on shuffling. He's looking at his grave. Man's over here plotting to destroy me real quick. I'm just sitting over here just trying to follow up. There's so much going on. He goes in Savage. So I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. He's got Dagged out in the field and everything too. He sat a Scythe. He's gonna follow up. He's gonna go in the Unicorn. He's gonna spin my thing back, and then he's just gonna swing game down on me because I'm like, oh, that should be enough. I had 37 left. This man did 3750 to me. He calculated the shit out of it. He mapped it so good. That was mapped out so good because I had Dark Ruler in hand. I was like, hey, if I survive, I'll Dark Ruler's board. I could pick apart the whole thing with the Engage and what else I already had in my hand. So I could just really pick it apart and probably go in the DP and do a lot of damage, but it didn't make it that far. I started siding in. I think I sided in 2 nibs and 2 D barriers because I noticed he was doing a lot of synchro summoning. He did multiple synchro summons that turn, probably 3, 4. Riser, Arclight, Oracle Light, or whatever, the little 4-star that negates stuff, the Xinyang monster, and then Savage. So I was like, alright. So we go ahead and do the siding. Hopefully we see something. But I can tell you right now, we didn't. It was rough. It was very rough. So shuffle, shuffle. We do our little power shuffle. We go right into it. Just power shuffling. And ironically enough, this duelist here, he's actually a Konami judge for regionals too. He's even got the little regional tokens and everything. He knows his stuff. It's really good to duel against people like this, so you know the proper rulings on things. Because ruling questions come up pretty much every single time. We're going to banish the right. We're going to search, or we're going to banish the temple. We're going to search for right. Try to get the token package up and going. We're going to do that. We're going to go Fateful. He's going to Ghost Ogre it because, yeah, Ghost Ogre's a card. So we're going to set 2, 3, pass. Hopefully he doesn't got nothing. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to pop off. And this is where it's going to get interesting. He's going to go for his Fateful. So I was like, all right, feelings mutual. Here's a Ghost Ogre for yours. You got the, he had Draco back in hand, unfortunately. I went to try to imperm just to try to negate his column, but you can't imperm normal monster. I assumed that you could, but I was wrong. Again, ruling questions, fantastic. He had Griffin Rider in hand too, so I'm like, damn. And Griffin Rider and Draco back in hand, like, talk about the luck. Because I'm pretty sure I could have just stopped it there, but no. So he's going to Sangan, of all things. I'm like, okay. Gonna go Amirage. Like, alright. Sangan's effect. He's gonna put out a Crusadia monster, and then at this point, I'm just lost. Crusadia Erebora, I believe. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, this is just a Sangan target. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense, I guess. I'm gonna go into Fibrax. I'm gonna imperm the Fibrax. He's going to negate. When he negates Griffin Rider, I'm going to effect Veiler the Fibrax to make sure he doesn't get it. So I'm like, alright, cool. This might buy me a turn. Nope, he has teleport. So he's gonna teleport anyways. That was all. He just debated the shit out of me. He's gonna go in Zolman. He's going to go ahead and pop off. It's pretty much over at this point. I only got a token on the field. He picked apart my back row and made me bleed my hand for the most part. Or anything else I could use. I don't remember what I actually have in my hand at this point because Zolman. He ended up searching Foxy Toon. He pulls out the Zen monster again, clears my token. Gets bring out Mare. Mirror effect. She starts setting up the board again. I kind of like if I go against it again, I'll have a pretty good understanding now. But yeah, this was a pretty straightforward beating on this one. Ironically enough, like I didn't have much control over this. It was like okay, so we're gonna go into it. He is still setting up. I'm just like okay, can he clear 8 though? Right? Can he clear 8? And then he's going to proceed to show me he can clear 8. There is Verde. Gonna go straight in. He's gonna go ahead and make DPE real quick. I have no field, and the card in my hand was no real big follow up. He goes into DPE. I figure out the math. I look at it. I draw my card, and I was like, "All right, yeah, you got it." So I top deck multi roll, had Nibiru in hand. I couldn't Nibiru in time. I actually had multi roll in hand. I top deck Nib. It was that way. Because I could have nibbed at some point, but I know I didn't have it in hand when he was setting that board up. But yeah, there is that round. And yeah, base deck, man. That was a 44 card pile, too. Alright, guys, here's round 3. We were actually going against Invoked. You're going to see a lot of interesting plays, some little questionable ones, but I mean, hey, it's locals. It's just Friday night testing. We're both testing. I'm going to go right into the token. Token to Fateful Adventure. Gonna try to do the initial setup, Try to do the initial setup. We're gonna set 1. We're gonna go area 0. I messed with area 0. Now I learned one thing interesting. So she's gonna go Alistair, Magical Meltdown, because she was telling me that area 0, if it doesn't hit a Sky Striker card, it doesn't destroy the card targets. Which I didn't get told that till like round 2, which is weird. I don't know if that's right or not, but she's gonna do the link out, go into her DPE. She has Magical Meltdown down. Everything's not looking good. I go ahead and try to follow up. Just kind of sitting here hanging out. Cosmic Cyclone in the back row. I use it again. I hit a ray. I also use Shark Cannon. If I remember correctly, I end up Shark Cannoning and taking the Celestial just so it's not in our graveyard for right now, even though I end up, you know, going right back into it, like giving it back. So I go to make my DP. I Widow Anchor hers. Now right here is going to be a very weird situation. So did you know, and this is what I got told today, well, time of the video, that if you DP, if you send their DP to the grave from your side of the field, they still get the effect. Someone, someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but she still got the effect for that. We even had to ask a ruling question for that. Because I went to pop her DP to pop a card in the field just so she wouldn't get it back. And as you can see right there, she's asking someone who knows a lot more about rulings than we do. He looks at it a little bit, and I'm just like, she shouldn't get it back. And then turns out I'm wrong. Please tell me if I'm wrong on that, because I feel like I'm not. But Friday Night Local, it's not a big deal. But the more I know for the regional, the better. So she used her DP effect. She ends up putting DP back on the field. She goes, Alistair, I still have my birthday. A lot of thinking over on her end. She is going to go ahead and I believe she goes ahead and grabs Invocation because I can't stop it this time. Super Poly, there it goes. Top deck and Super Poly. She goes that Predator plant version of Starving Venom. And that's round one. Just Super Polys it off the field. So I'm like, okay, so we're going to have to side it. I believe I sided. I'm pretty sure I sided. I think I sided some D barriers this time, actually. I think it was just D barrier. D barrier and probably Harpy. I want to say D barrier and Raigeki. It was probably Harpy, though. Siding, shuffle, shuffle some more siding into the shuffle. We're going to shuffle some siding into our shuffle. Right. Just going to get it all in there and just pop it off, having a good time. Learning experience at the end of the day. Invoke's still relatively strong in the right hands, but, at the end of the day, ask the ruling questions when you see them, right? It's all fun, though. It's still a pretty fun match, though. I was just a little questionable about that DP. And then there's a play that comes up a little later where she uses Super Poly in response to a Joyous to go into try to dodge with Alistair. But Area 0, engage, because engage is engage time. Ray effect. Kagari, grab engage back, because engage baby, engage. We're going to grab Hornet Drones just so we can try to set up the next turn for our initial follow-up. We're going to go to Shizu. Going to set. We're going to go Fusion Destiny. Apparently, you can still normal summon at the Fusion Destiny. Did not know that. I assume that it restricted it specifically, so we'll have DP. Grab Widow Anchor to hand. And then we pass it on to her. So she analyzes my field. That's what she usually does. If you've dueled her before, I've dueled her a couple times now. She's going to set. She's going Super Poly again. Because, god damn it. I'm like, alright, whatever. That's fine. Prosperity. Man, I wish I could afford that card. It's like 120, 130 a pop. It is, it's a pricey card. It's a card. She's going to do the 6. And then 2 Joyouses, a Magical Meltdown, and a Super Poly. So it was like, oh damn. And then Ecclesia. She's going to go. Let me go. Well, actually, no. She's still going. She goes Ecclesia. She ended up called by the grave. Ray out the grave. She's going to have the Knighted. Now, I believe in this round, I learned that the Knighted's special summon and negate is one effect. We're going to go Hornet Drones. And I also looked into a ruling for that, and she was right about that one. So I was like, oh, okay, as long as it was good, you know. Kagari, Kagari do grab engage back because engage all day. I Widow Anchor when she tries to use the Predator Plant Fusion. I take it because snatchy snatchy. We're going to go into Zeke. Zeke to banish Ecclesia. She's going to whip out the Knighted. I'm like, alright. This is where we have that little confusion, but we were good. I ended up looking it up later, talking to some judges. I would have anchored anyways, just so she doesn't have it. So I was like, alright, that's fine. Use area 0. Reading area 0, just reading, reading. Then we put our Rose. We're going to link those out. We're going to go to Verdant. Well, no, Dark Charmer. I'm going to take Predator Plant. You're just going to put some damage on the board, lay some damage in real quick. She reviews. I use area 0 again. Miss, unfortunately. I just try to lay more damage into her again, try to force it in that final round. Fusion Destiny, I was like, okay, that's fine. She thinks she's going to end up DPing my fusion that I stole from her. And then, you know, not giving me the real chance to respawn. And I told her I was going to respond to it. But we're going to go Ray. Because she attacked one of my cards, if I'm not mistaken. No, I actually hit area. She hit area 0. I asked her, I was like, hey, I was going to respond with that. Run it back real quick. I go ahead and put a token on it. And she triple tactics steals it. I was like, oh, fuck, okay. She swings on Dark Charmer. Dark Charmer's effect to grab another Ray. Because I still had Ray on the field as well, too. And she had 400 left, so she goes ahead and because we end up going into the final round because I pretty much let her know. I was like, I can clear that 400 on my turn. And then she's like, yeah, you got to engage in hand, too. So we're going to go to round 3, or deciding match for this match. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And I've never seen someone top deck Super Poly as much as this person now. Like, Prosperity. Man, I wish I, because I would, if I had a choice between Prosperity and Droplets, it would definitely be that. Droplets is cool, but Prosperity literally lets you just choose what you fucking want. It's a broken card. It's very broken. I ended up hitting it with the Joyous. Anyways, she used Called By. Fucking flip that Called By down. She sets up DPE, sets up Ecclesia. It's like, alright, that's fine. She gets knighted. Gets the knighted. I go token package. We're gonna go ahead and try to set it up because this was a this was a close match. He ends up punishing my token, which was weird, and then ends up getting rid of my faithful. So I go Ray. Thinking, Kaguna, Kiona. Actually, I think it's Kiona. I'm gonna target the DP with it. She's gonna pop it. I'm gonna go. Well, no, she's not gonna pop it. I link out. I go to Yalte. Yalte effect. She imperms it, so I'm like, oh fuck, because I was just gonna attack direct. I'm not about to crash into Ecclesia to go -1. Then we go into Shizuku because that's all I really had. Turn up the gas, put some back row down, and then pass. She goes United. I was like, alright, that's fine. Swings it down, and then the rest of it's just a slow me getting swung down, just trying to fight off the Dogmatica package. Knighted, kills Ray. I'm like, okay. Actually end up linking Ray. I use Ray effect to put high day on the field. I shouldn't have even done that. I go Ray, token. Faithful's in the graveyard, so I just do it to get the token out. She ends up killing the token. I go Shark Cannon, I take her DPE. So I was like, alright. Because I'm sitting here like, oh, you shouldn't get DP's effect, you just kill it on my side of the field. But, you know, that ruling from earlier that we looked into, she's going to put out Ghost Bell, where DP is going to get swung down and she's going to get it on. She's going to declare the effect when it hits the graveyard, which, again, tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like that's wrong, especially if it's leaving your opponent's side of the field. But hey, you know, in it to learn. Ecclesia, swing it down, and then just she's gonna swing on me again. So I was like, alright, that's fine. Draw a card, look at my grave. I'm pretty sure I'm boned at this point. Set pass, set and bait. But it goes to Alistair. I go Joyce. She's gonna follow up anyways. This is where she tries to super poly to dodge it, and I'm like, no, that's not how that's gonna work. Like, you're not gonna be able to do that. Sorry, buddy. Then it didn't change the game state much. She just wasn't gonna get invocation and try dodge Joyous, but she still got Mech up on the field, and the rest of the time she's just gonna end up swinging me down for this round. But hey, I'm still learning Sky Striker. I've been playing it for like a week, so you know, you live some, you learn some, you win some, and then it goes down to, and that is game. All right, guys, this is round 5, and I believe this is my quickest round. I'm still obviously on that Sky Striker life because it's still the same tournament, and he is playing Brave Brandon, if I'm not mistaken. So we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. I go real quick in this one. This one was probably the shortest one. My boy bricked real bad. I didn't brick, but my opponent bricked real bad is what I'm trying to say. So we're gonna go ahead, shuffle, get right into it. Gonna go ahead and do the dice roll. I go ahead and go right. We're gonna go token package. It's like, all right, here you go. Token, faithful effect. We're gonna end up getting the Griffin Rider, and we're gonna go get the Draco back too, because I'm pretty sure he just doesn't stop at any of this. Okay, he goes to Dro. I was like, that's fine. I actually ended up having Draco back in my hand, so I actually just pitched it. He's gonna use right. So I was like, all right, that's good. I'm gonna negate it. He just passes at that point, so I'm like, all right, cool. We're going to end up using Faithful again to search for the Griffin. I'll put Griffin on the field. Gonna swing 4. He's gonna draw. He's gonna go straight into game 2. He just scoops just like that. So, shuffle. I ended up siding because this man usually plays Eldritch, hence the Eldritch mat. And this is my first time going against him, but I know he has a rep for being a really good Eldritch player, and that's what I was expecting. And an Eldritch Sky Striker matchup would have been really bad for me, because Sky Striker doesn't do well against Eldritch if they're running like Skill Drain, or if they can get Skill Drain out in the field and I can't hit it off the field Griffin as a response to its flip. So I side, and apparently, like, I ended up siding in, like, Lancias and stuff, and I didn't even think I was going to use it after the first round. So I was like, okay. Because I couldn't tell. He just showed he showed the Brave Engine package. I couldn't tell what he was playing. He didn't play the other side of his deck. Same for me. I didn't play the other side of mine. So it's Brave Engine versus Brave Engine, and I just stopped his and then killed him with it. So we're going to get ready to go into the next round. Shuffle. Just shuffling it up a little bit. I'll go ahead and draw. So we end up doing like a fun duel after this, like after the match was over, and he ended up popping off on that duel, so he's gonna go Joyous, but that was like just a match, just kill time after I already won the set for the actual tournament match. Gonna go right in the token. Gonna get Faithful. Gonna go Fateful Effect. Gonna get Griffin. Usual. I mean, you're gonna see this everywhere until they hit the token packet on the ban list. And once they do that, that's when I'm gonna probably sell it off. But until then, I'm gonna keep running it. So he's gonna go Link Spider. He's gonna go Verde. Gonna pay cost. He's gonna go in the DP. No, actually no. I thought he was gonna go to DP. He goes Branded Fusion. So I was like, oh, that's a lot better. Gonna go into Ice Jade. I was like, all right, or Mirror Jade, Ice Strike. I just call it Ice Jade. It's so much easier. So I was like, all right, that's fine. I'm gonna set 2. I'm gonna Harpy his back row just to get him off. I set 1, set another. I use area effect. Because at this point, like I go getting engaged. At this point, I'm trying to put stuff in the grave on purpose because I'm gonna get ready to try to follow up. So we're gonna go engage, baby. Gonna take Widow Anchor. Widow Anchor is gonna be MVP a little bit here. Widow Anchor is gonna bounce his own Ice Shade off the field. Gotta put Albion in grave. I'm gonna call by it. I'm gonna go special with my Griffin. Put damage on the board. Ray. 25 left. Go into Kagari. Grab engage. Another 15. He's at 1,000. And then I'm gonna go Shizu. He's just gonna scoop right here. All right, guys, we were in the last round, round 6. This was a very long tournament. I'm going against Flaunderies, and I'd rather take Flaunderies against Heroes because Heroes combo off and pretty much just survive long enough to kill you. But I don't match up well against Flaunderies mainly because if they're good enough to play through my lands, yeah, that's it. That's usually all I have for it. But hey, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. All right, all right. I don't remember if I go first or not. I'm trying to think. Well, yeah, looks like I go first. I go right. I'm gonna go with the token package right off the gate. Right. Gonna go ahead and get that situated. Just get it going. The usual stuff. Fateful, Griffin, right, right again. Banish it to get another right. Get that nice fancy Griffin out of here. Get that Draco back. The initial setup. I didn't see too much else. I go area 0. I try to go hit. It's bad. Like, okay. Set pass. That's all I could put up, unfortunately. I mean, I'd rather see a portion of my engine rather than, I'd see one of the 3 rather than none. But I would like to see Sky Striker there so I could capitalize. He goes Pod Duality. I see him use Pod Duality, and I was like, oh, fuck, I know what this is. Only Flaunderies plays Pot. So I was like, oh, yep, here we go. Fucking Flounder. The fucking birds, man. At least when I was playing muskets, I could just say that I'm going bird hunting because there's a whole archive about guns and shit. So we rolling it. We're going through him. He put out that map. Well, not the map, but he put out the back row that I hate so much. He put out Eaglin. I'm pretty sure that's Eaglin. I'm still trying to remember the names, and they've been out for a while now. I'm gonna go Eaglin. I just sit and hang out and buy because I didn't draw good enough on my first round. I bricked a little bit. He goes Mist Valley Avion. I was like, fuck. He's terraforming. He's gonna go to dig for map. He's gonna swing my thing down. I was like, all right. He puts out the map. I have no response for it. I go right for my turn. Get another token. Area 0, the token. There's a ray. All right, we're live. But he's got a negate on the board, and I don't, unfortunately. So I'm sitting there trying to out his Mist Valley. Trying to figure out how to do what I have to work with here. Put out the ray. He uses map. Does Flaunderies stuff on my turn because Flaunderies is our turn. I want to use her effect real quick. He negates it because I was just trying to go ahead and get some shit on the board. It was the end of the night. Again, an hour of sleep. This was probably my most exhausting match only because I was at the peak. I was already up for 28 hours at this point in time during this video. I was exhausted. I was just done. I was just ready to go. I was trying to get out that dub real quick because this match knocked me out of top, where I would have gotten a couple packs and like 30 something dollars store credit or something. But I would have anchored his Rabina. I ended up mainly doing that just so he couldn't use it as a follow up. Even though if you're smart and you go get the launder, you can what is it? You keep Rabina negated, you can do a lot of stuff. I ended up pretty much breaking the rest of the time where I just couldn't deal with map. Like I didn't have an out for map at this point. I remember I ghost over to map earlier. It's either in this round or the next round why I ghost over to map and he just gets another one. I was like, damn. Like, yep, that is Flounder for you though. You give them any inch of room, it's done. Like they can capitalize real hard. It's actually probably one of the best archetypes out right now. I hate it, but it's so good. I would play it, but I don't have the stuff to play it. And I mean, I'd have to sink. I think it's pretty budget now at this point. Actually, I mean, it's not a bad idea. Thought about it, but like because that natural chain blocking, so he ends up clearing my stuff. He's just gonna swing it in. There's the first round. Got bullied out of that. Just real bullied. Oh man, it was rough. It was very rough. I was like, all right, we're gonna decide in the Lancias, we're gonna decide in Nibiru because I know Nibiru and Lancias kind of stop and slow it down. But then the next round isn't much better. He just capitalizes on me again. Does a bunch of stuff in my turn. Sky Striker doesn't really fare very well against Flounderies. I've learned that. I have learned that real bad because D shift sucks. And Flounderies and Despians are the only ones who can really play under D shifter. I mean, Virtual can, but I wasn't. I should have ran Virtual World or Punk World. I might do that in the next tournament. It's either that or you guys might catch me running and Invoked Branded this coming week when the next locals run comes out, baby. Like we'll see. I got the deck ready to go. I need to play test it some quite a bit. I'm gonna be play testing it today a little bit. And then go to the regionals tomorrow, so expect tons of e-blog and regional content as long as they let me film with between rounds and stuff, which they might. I don't know. It's been a while. He's gonna go Eaglin. I'm would have anchored the Eaglin just to stop it. Because you can't like if it goes to target, you can pretty much stop them from trying to do their inherent chain blocking shit. He de-shifted. What anchor goes a grave. He joyous my he joyous my area 0 afterburner. Like that's fine. He's gonna do the usual Flounder shit. He's gonna get the statue because the wind barrier statue didn't affect me too much because I have Hyate. Hyate is an extra deck monster, so okay, that's not really a big deal, you know. Like, I can deal with that a little bit. So he's gonna Rabina Eaglin. I go area 0. I was able to shut him down for that turn. So he just put a little damage on the board for me. I was like, okay, that's fine. I try to go to a fat follow up. I go Hyate. Hyate swings on Rabina. Hyate effect. Dump engage. And you already know it's going to be engage time. Engage. Kagari. Engage again. Multi-roll. Multi-roll. Hit area 0. Area 0's effect to bring out Ray. He just has an Eaglin on the field at this point too. So I was like, all right. Because I was trying real hard, just pushing it in the cider because in the cider, if I won the dice roll, I probably would have won. Because I ended up I ended up popping Lancia on him earlier to where he couldn't follow up. So he's just looking at Eagle and he's got map on the field. I'm just like, fucking map, dude. God. Map's a fucking card, man. It's a fucking card. At this point, he's just gonna give me the harassment. He's gonna hit me with that nice harassment, and I'm just not gonna be able to do anything about it. You'll see. Gets another Eaglin. He's gonna do the put Rubina back in hand from banish. He's gonna go impen. I was like, yep, here we go. You're gonna see me. You're gonna know that I'm tired here in a minute because you're gonna see what I'm getting ready to do, even with impen on the field. I was like, all right, that's fine. I'm gonna go in the impen. He sets up the board. He's gonna just start swinging down my shit now, very, very slowly. It's gonna be a slow grind from here. He's just gonna set up the board, which he already did that. At this point, I'm like, all right, that's fine. I gotta use multi-roll. He realized that because you can't respond to multi-roll once it clears, and he realizes that. So I was like, all right, I should be good. I should be live, you know. I Widow Anchor. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to Widow Anchor his impen. So even his trap he just did it on another chain, so he just waited for afterwards. So he didn't respond to multi-roll. Took his impen. He's gonna do all his Flounder stuff. He's gonna it's gonna end up being game here in just a second. But yeah, I'm gonna end up swinging main two. Put out a monster. I'll put out a monster. Joyous. Go into Verde. Remember, impin's on the field, and so like I try to reuse the effect to get out Fusion Destiny and impin's on field. So that didn't work. Plus, Mystic Pally Avion's on field, so he's gonna start off the back row again on his turn. I was like, yeah, this is pretty much over here for me. But I mean, I went 3-3, so broke even. But hey, this point I was just like, Widow Anchor to try to negate. It didn't really matter. It was the end of the game. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys.